Hello, my name is Edward Adkins, and this is my informative speech. This is my audience. On September 21st, 1980, Sean and his twin brother were born 12 weeks early. Due to complications during the pregnancy and premature birth, Sean was born with both physical and mental disabilities. Sean's brother died, and his birth mother was unable to care for him, so he was left alone in the hospital except for the staff who cared for him. He was not a good candidate for adoption. According to Evan B. Donaldson at adoptioninstitute.org, the process for adoption has improved in the last 2 decades. However, finding families for children with special needs due to abuse, premature birth, neglect, multiple placements, and other pre-adoption experiences can be difficult. Another agency, adoptuskids.org, they state that they have placed approximately 16,300 children into permanent families, and yet they still have about 115,000 children on their website who are in foster care that are available for adoption. Adopting a special needs child is a challenging process that can bring great joy to a family. In the next few minutes, I will tell you how adoption can be a lengthy and often expensive process, how adopting a child helps them become part of a family, and how adopting a special needs child brings unique challenges and rewards. My first point, adoption can be a lengthy and often expensive process. What are the requirements for adoption? In order to be considered eligible to adopt, you must consent to a home study. This involves opening up your life to a caseworker, giving them permission to look into your past history, financial records, medical records, work history, and checking your references are all part of this process. How expensive is adoption? The price of adoption varies among agencies. There are a few agencies who do not charge for adoption, very few. Most will charge at least enough to cover their expenses. International adoption is more expensive than domestic adoption. The average price of adoption can range anywhere from $3,000 to $20,000. My second point, adopting can help a child become part of the family. One of the most important feelings a person can have is the feeling of belonging. There are many children who are in foster care who are waiting to be adopted. So how many children are waiting to be adopted? According to adoptuskids.org, they have approximately 115,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted on their website. Nationwide, there are about 500,000 children who are waiting to be adopted. What happens to a child who doesn't get adopted? A child is left in the foster care service until they are 18 years old, at which time they become a legal adult, and they are released to live on their own with no support from the foster family or from the state. My third point, adopting a special needs child brings unique challenges and rewards. So what does it take to adopt a special needs child? To adopt a special needs child, you may be required to take specialized training and counseling to help you and the child come together as a family. What are some of the rewards of adopting a special needs child? Adopting a special needs child will change your life. It'll teach you to love unconditionally and have patience and empathy for others. It'll help you to appreciate the simple accomplishments in life. And it'll also remove the fear of being around someone with disabilities. Today I have shared some challenges and some rewards that are associated with adoption. Adopting a special needs child is a challenging process that can bring great joy to a family. Adoption is a lengthy and often expensive process. Adopting a child will help him become part of the family. And adopting a special needs child brings unique challenges and rewards. My wife and I could not have children of our own. So this started us down the path of adoption. We have been through the home studies, through the applications, the financial worries, the wait for being approved. And at the end of this process, we have brought 4 wonderful children into our home. The oldest of which is Sean, the baby I told you about earlier. We brought Sean into our home when he was 21 months old. He had been born prematurely with severe disabilities. And he wasn't considered to be living past 9 or 10 years old. But because of a loving adoptive family, on September 21st, 2011, Sean will be 31 years old.